Alrighty, well, I was trying a different streaming service and that didn't work. But anyway, just give me a sec so I can set up everything. I thought it was going to work, but we'll just use the old way. Um, so it is working. What's up there, Reagan? Is that what it is, Reagan? Are you the guy who talks to chat? Yeah. It is, of course, unless people are trolling, then I don't talk to them. But yeah. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah, sorry about the longer upload time. Give me 1 second. I gotta close a door. I just gotta turn on a fan because it is kind of warm where I live. I expected to have a little bit more time. All right, there we go. Excuse me. All right, so here we go. Pretty sure the server's fine, but may have to check it. I have to sign into my server so I can check some stuff really quick. And I am not seeing a chat for some reason on my third-party software that shows me chats. Okay. So I think one of my friends said he joined last night and was endlessly killed by lava. Not seeing anything. Let me try chat. Is it chat? Player. Okay, now I see it. You can't see chat. No, I can see it now. It just takes a second for it to connect. So, there we go. Alrighty. So I'm pretty sure my buddy tried to join to build his stuff, and because I had to basically redo the server, I'm pretty sure his I'm pretty sure he just kept spawning in the spawn, and then he kept falling and dying, and it's probably because he doesn't know how to turn himself. Let's see. There we go. There's part of his stuff. So this is what we're building in the spawn area, and so I had to give it a 24-hour test before I remake this. So, all right. So how did you come about my channel, Reagan? Oh, wait a minute. Do I have everything I need? Yeah, yesterday I was trying to find out why my ice wasn't actually working when I busted it. Yeah, it did not seem to work. I was trying to use ice and it wouldn't work. I was breaking it and no water. So I don't know what the heck. I don't know if they changed it or what. Because it should melt and it should turn into... Yeah, I'm actually really confused about it. Well, I was looking for live streams, huh? Let me see, / oh no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I was trying to get my buddy to message me back. One of my friends on the server. And see if he Yeah, anyway, we should be okay. I'm just kind of, I'm kind of confused because when you use an ice block and you break it, it should turn into water. And that's not what's happening. Yeah, very odd. I don't get it. I actually tried doing this as well. Doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, I remember back when I played about 4 years ago, well, 3 years ago, that this would just melt, you know? But it looks like that's not what happens. I know that it just disappears. That's packed ice. Yeah, it's packed ice. I used Silk Touch to collect it, but I was pretty confused when I tried to break and it didn't work. Is it go-go? Try with normal ice. Yeah, this is the only ice I have. Um, yeah, it's the only ice I have. So I guess maybe this isn't the right type of ice, huh? Packed ice doesn't turn into water sources. So, yeah, when I mined it, it was actually this sort of ice. It's actually why I came back with water buckets. We are gonna need to sleep. It doesn't melt. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I couldn't find any regular ice. It was all packed ice when I went. You know, I just happened to run into a little ice area and I grabbed it with my Silk Touch. I'm actually curious. I want to see. I'm going to go into creative and look at that. So let me see. Ice. Okay, so there's ice, packed ice, and blue ice. Okay, so I have in between. All right. So I'll have to find some ice. I thought I can use these though to, yeah, I can use these to. Hold on a sec. Whoa. Oh, that was weird. Okay, space. There we go. Excuse me. Whoa. Careful, there's a mine shaft there. Alrighty. Yeah, yesterday I was actually talking about how um yesterday I was talking about how the new rules that YouTube's going to do because they've been collecting data, from children, you know, and I'm going, once again, the content creator's going to have to pay for that. Content creators gonna have to pay for that. I also, when I was in the area, I forgot to get more scaffolding, but we'll be okay. What I'm thinking of doing is knocking down one set of scaffolding and then just building it over. Um, yeah. So I moved my spawn point. So that should actually be okay. I mean, we'll just do it every other one and then we can finish our scaffolding. There we go. So, let me see. Is your son going to join? Nope. Yeah, my son actually does not really enjoy Minecraft. I mean, he wanted to play it and stream with me, but after a couple of people, said some stuff to him, on the stream, he really didn't want to play anymore because he was like, yeah. What people said too wasn't even that bad, but I'll just say that, you know, for him, he doesn't want to be embarrassed. And so what happened is the Ender Dragon, he got killed by the Ender Dragon, and, you know, he got killed by the Ender Dragon, and that really, I'll say, hurt his feelings. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this, because we just need to get to there. A little taller than I wanted. Yeah, I gotta say it's kind of creepy. But yeah, some people, I'll just say some people. Let me see, can I think I can do this. Oops, that's the wrong way. I want to do that. Alright, let me make this up. Whoa! Ouch. Let me see. Will I die a lot when I try to feed him? Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Is your son gonna join? Let me see. Oh, okay. Will I die a lot when I try to feed him? Defeat, not feed. When you try to defeat him? I don't even know what you're talking about. Alright, well we should have enough to at least run the stuff we're going to need to run here. Yeah, that sucks. Packed ice, and I need regular ice. I'm surprised that packed ice doesn't work the same. I think that's very odd, you know. But anyway, so I'm going to actually use building blocks, I think, for this. Here we go. I kind of wish that they made the scaffolding just like regular blocks, except for you could knock it away, because it's kind of difficult for me. Okay, so I just need to make a permanent water source, which is relatively easy, and then we can just, you know. So one, and then should be able to grab from here and just. So we're just going to recreate the farm that we had, and then oh yeah, everybody dies a lot, but I'll just say that it embarrassed him. At least I think it embarrassed him. He said he's fine, but he actually his game's Roblox, so I like playing Minecraft. He likes playing Roblox, so it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like if you're playing a game you really enjoy. Say you're a Fortnite fan and you enjoy playing Fortnite. You know, I don't enjoy playing Fortnite. If somebody asked me to play Fortnite, I'd probably say I don't want to play that. You know, but I think I can actually grab it from different locations now. There we go. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with my son. Is that he, you know. That, and I mean, with the new rules coming out with YouTube, I'm not going to probably invite him to stream again. Seriously. There's no point. It also disturbs me that YouTube was actually keeping... they actually have been keeping the data. You know? They've been... You know, basically selling off children's data so they can, you know, put proper advertisements on videos, which I think's kind of, you know, I know that the U.S. government's been doing that for a long time, so, you know, it's not like a big deal. But I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that the FCC, I think the television companies, I think they're trying to get rid. Yeah, I think they're trying to get rid of YouTube. Because people like me can't stand. I can't stand cable. I can't. I was when I was a kid, I would sit there and watch cartoons, and I'd watch 25 commercials, and it made me like, my son doesn't watch regular TV, and he doesn't want to buy you know, Nerf guns and stuff, because he doesn't even, I don't even think he knows what they are. My grandpa got him a Nerf gun, but he hasn't seen all the commercials and stuff, so he's not being influenced by it. And I see a huge difference in the way my son behaves. So, you know, yeah. So where I'm going with this is that I believe that that you know, they may not be tracking it, but it's pretty obvious that when a kid, you know, if it's a kid show, you see kid commercials. So television companies are basically doing the same thing as YouTube is, and yet YouTube's being cracked for it. So you guys tell me what's going on there. You know what I mean? Doesn't that seem crazy? Money. It's not money, because what they're trying to do is they want YouTube to go away. They want the company to be gone. You know, and the only reason I know this is because I know that YouTube is actually affecting television so dramatically that news organizations are, have gone, gone to, they're basically lying at this point. You know what I mean? They're basically lying. Yeah. They're having to lie just to get people to even look at what they're doing, which is pretty horrible if you think about that. Okay, so we should be good on water, and now that I know that this packed ice isn't really needed, it's really good to have items slide on it, though. So I may end up using that anyway, but for right now, we don't need it. So yeah, I've been thinking about my live stream on my server, and I'm starting to think that it's easier to do videos. So I'm probably going to start doing videos where I basically, if I feel like creating a build, then I'll do it. But I'm probably going to start only uploading about a week, and then I'll probably work on some redstone stuff here and there. But I'm definitely gonna slow down how much I'm uploading. I think quality over quantity. I think that it's a big mistake for my channel to try and upload every day. I think it doesn't work for me. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know why you gotta use caps, man. Then to do all day every day. What am I suppose? I don't know what you're saying. Let me see. So basically, it's kind of like this. From what I can tell from reading the stuff, now I could be wrong, but from what I can tell, basically what's going on is... oh, you know what? I have some netherrack, don't I? Or did I throw that away? I think I did throw it away. Is it in here? No. Have some chests, though. Okay. So basically, from what I can tell, if you're on YouTube, if you sign out and you don't create an account, that view is not going to be considered monetized. Which I'm going to tell you, that means that if you want to basically skip having commercials, all you got to do is go incognito on the browser, and you'll never see a commercial again. Which a lot of people would be happy, but what it's going to do is it's going to slowly kill YouTube. So you're going to stop seeing... Like, the only people that could survive this are people that are not making money from YouTube already. Which I'm going to say the people that aren't making money from YouTube already are, they're not... their motives aren't pure anyway. And then, so it's pretty... It's going to be a nasty situation. Yeah, all around. It's going to be horrible. So this is going to be for the minecart. So minecart's going to come here and it's going to travel just back and forth. And one of the things that concerns me is if the chunk loading system doesn't work, which we do want to go and check. Trying to get my my buddy to call me back, but I think he's probably at work or something. It's not hard. It's going to destroy YouTube. Why watch YouTube with ads? So it's going to be like kind of like this. Half the company's going to end up laying off. Like the whole group of people they just hired to monitor videos, they're going to be fired. You know what I mean? So yeah, this thing when I'm not on has not been working properly, as you guys can see here. So when I left yesterday, we basically had about the same amount, which means when this server restarts that this thing's not actually keeping the redstone alive. Are you going to break sugarcane with pistons or with flying machines? I'm going to use pistons. Um, yeah, I think it's better to have it. I think it's better to have them done, differently. Yeah, look at this. So basically, at some point, this stopped loading chunks. So yeah, at some point, it stopped loading chunks. So the server's going to restart here in a second. Um, so this is going to end up turning into an AFK machine because it's not really working. The poppies aren't working. But here, let me go ahead and disconnect from the server. And I'm going to wait for it to turn OMG autocorrect. Are you going to break sugarcane with pistons or with flying machines? Um, why does the world say day? I don't get what you were trying to say there. Let me see. What were you trying to say there? I'm saying if they get rid of YouTube, let me see. What to do all day? What am I supposed to do? Watch TV. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what they want you to do. They don't want people to watch stuff on the internet. They don't want information highway. They want, you know, they want to have like that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So if people stop watching, like this is what I actually thought was going to happen. So if you're not signed in in YouTube, they basically are going to force you to sign in. So you won't be able to watch YouTube. That's one option they could go to make sure that they can still get monetization. So if you're not signed in, it's going to basically let you watch it for a couple seconds, and then it's going to tell you to go, that you can't watch it. It could also be where if you want to actually watch YouTube, that you're going to have to pay for it like a service. That's the next step, which they already have, right? But so if you're YouTube Red, nothing's going to change for you. You aren't going to see any commercials and so on. But here's the thing, like, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually what's going to happen. Seriously, I mean, I'm saying these are possibilities. So the FCC charged YouTube with $170 million fine for basically sharing, children's for sharing child's information. Basically sharing when they log on, what do they watch, stuff like that. So all that stuff's basically going on. Okay, so now we need to use this ender chest. Now, I have some power rails and stuff, so I might be able to do this now. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably going to be like 2 of these. And we're going to need a bunch of power rails. I don't think we're going to need that many, but we'll need some. Let me see. Wait, you have to make a count of what? Well, that's just to get money, and rude. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm trying to say that it's not YouTube's. It's not like YouTube's an evil tyrant. A lot of people might think that, but it's not about to get money. It's about, how do you best serve your viewers, right? The television does it all the time. They just don't actually have the ability to track, what a child's watching. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have that ability. They don't have the ability to track that. So television, they just guess. So if it's during a child's cartoon and they know that people are watching, the child's cartoon, if they know that, then you can assume that you could put children's commercials. So isn't that sharing children's data, or is that just common sense? So YouTube didn't do that. They basically tracked, and were basically sharing information for all viewers. So they end up getting caught and fined for that. So I don't know if this is a new rule or what, but I know that it's going to cause them some huge problems. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's going to be pretty horrific. like YouTube adpocalypse, you know, and then this, like I said. So if you're not signed in to your account, or if you're a child, um, you're not gonna be monetized. So if you have an underage account, then you're never gonna see commercials, which is great, right? But it's just gonna kill YouTube. Like I said, even adults, if they're like, you know what, hey, I don't want to use an ad blocker, which is what most people use, an ad blocker. Um, yeah. If you don't want to use an ad blocker, you could just sign in incognito and they will automatically assume you're a child. That way, they can't actually make money off of it. And so YouTube's going to end up making it so content creators are going to have to pay for that. So the way that it was said was that, you know, content creators are the barrel, you know, and what they're saying is that they basically sit there and, you know, they call them, you know, YouTube influencers. I'm not really an influencer because I don't get enough views. But I will say that since I've been doing Minecraft, a lot of children have been watching my, you know, not children, but younger people for sure have been watching us. So I'm sitting there going, technically I fall under that category of where they're going to basically demonetize my videos because I'm playing Minecraft. So, yeah, if you get what I'm saying. So there'll be no point for me to do Minecraft, and then there's no point for people like, I don't know if you know who Sunday is. There'll be no point for him to do it either. You know, he's going to have to start, you know, trying to get the audience, you know. So technically we're supposed to have 4 months to get ready for this. I haven't heard nothing. You know, I'm like, so Minecraft is not just a children's game. You know what I mean? Minecraft's not just a children's game. It's not. I mean, I'm an adult, and I'm playing it. So anyway, let's go ahead and make a hopper minecart. Whoa, I almost fell. So I read the comments every once in a while, but when I'm actually building. So anyway, let's see. Let me get caught up. So Reagan says, yeah. Well, I weave the ads so it wouldn't get rid of YouTube. Let me see. Watch. Okay, so you watch the ads. You don't need to watch the ads, man. I use an ad blocker. You know, what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of people that don't know that they can use ad blocker, and so YouTube makes a little bit of extra money off of them. And so now though, what I'm trying to say is, so if you're not signed into YouTube, there's no reason to create an account. So YouTube's going to end up having to block people that aren't signed in or using incognito, or they're just going to have to bite the bullet. And if you know what I'm talking about, like they're going to have to bite the bullet on this. Okay, so I need some iron. I think we pretty much, I think I need to leave the power rail, so this one can go back. Yeah, but this one needs to stay. So let's go ahead and keep this here. And then, let's see here. I could technically use one piston and a bunch of slime blocks to push and break these, which would make it a lot cheaper. But since I have infinite iron, basically, you know, because of this iron foundry, it's not exactly functioning like it's supposed to, but it does work. So, anyway. Alright, so let's make some mine carts. I need a crafting table. So let me see. Wait. No, never stop YouTube, please. I'm not stopping YouTube. I'm not saying that, but I will. I mean, I'm going to say right now, if I start getting demonetized because they go, oh, hey, your Minecraft videos are for children, you're not going to get a dime for it. At that point, I'm going to go, I'm going to switch over to Twitch or something. I'm not going to be on here. There's no reason. Seriously. And I mean, the way that I'm doing it right now is I'm just streaming instead of basically making videos, uploading them to YouTube. You know, basically, it could be something where I have to sit there and basically drop the F-bomb every once in a while just so that I could say that it's not adult content, or that it is adult content, which it's an absolute reverse of what it used to be, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, so it's been like this, you know, be family friendly. Now it's not be family friendly. Now it's you better have adult content. But I'm like, so that basically means how do we make money? Because they've been punishing us. You know what I mean? They've been punishing us for a long time. They've been punishing us. Okay, I forgot to do that. There we go. That's why we test these things. What the hell was that? Okay. Alright, so just make this here so we can get rid of. Okay, let's go remake this. And I'm going to go ahead and double check all these, make sure there's no. This should be enough. Yeah, it should be enough. I'm surprised that that didn't go. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay. So PM, not what that one cents. I don't know what you're saying, man. Let me get off of this here, and I'll go up here to recraft my minecart hopper, and then I will read the comments. Okay, so let's see. Please never stop YouTube, please. Not weave. What time is it where 5:08 p.m. you live? For me, it's p.m. Not what nonsense is. p.m. Not what that nonsense is. Your live stream. You live stream because you need help doing things in games. What? Yeah, I'm dumb or it's auto correction. I don't know, man. Got me. So this will collect the sugarcane. As long as it makes it back. I don't live stream because I need help with stuff. I live stream because it's fun. Plain and simple. So I'm going to need to put a hopper here. Yeah, I'm going to need to put a hopper here. So I'm going to have to dig this up and put a hopper so that it collects the material into chests. So let's grab ourselves another hopper. I stream so I can share what I'm building with people. And that's the only reason. Seriously. Yeah, it is the only reason. Okay, I'm gonna need to do this. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this. Ouch. Oh my god, is autocorrect serious? Or sorry. Now I get it. I'm just talking. I mean, there's probably like, it says there's one person here, but there's more than that. On mine, it says there's 5 people watching. So, yeah. So just because, and I mean, that's another thing. I mean, this is supposed to be live, so, but it doesn't keep track, honestly. It doesn't keep track of things properly. So like I said, because of the way that I stream, I mean, if it happens to me, I'm just going to switch over to Twitch. I'm already having to regrow my channel, so it's not going to be like difficult for me. You know, I mean, it's something I'm going to have to do, right? I mean, I don't want to do it, but I'll probably have to, unfortunately. Okay, so I need the hopper. Kind of weird. I mean, if you make a hopper minecart, you should be okay. Okay, let me see. My wife just sent me a message on Discord. Okay, so if I have, I'm going to need to basically, okay, I'm going to need to do this. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe YouTube's only going to punish people that are absolutely, targeting, children with their content. That means if you're a father and son, you know, father and son trying to stream together, for fun, that's going to be something that, they're not going to allow. It won't be allowed. Okay, so by having this here, it should, you know what, I need to have another power rail here. Grab another power rail. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do a father and son thing because it's going to get demonetized with the way the rules are right now. But that doesn't mean in the future that, I mean, like I said, if I was YouTube, I would be like, wait a minute, the U.S. government and the FCC are trying to get rid of me, and I don't think they realize that they're being attacked by television, cable. These companies, they do not benefit from Google. And I mean, Google's been made out to be a tyrant, and I got to say they are trying to make money. But, they make tons and tons of money, but what happens when people go, okay, so now everybody on YouTube's going to have to change it. Like before it was like, hey, be child friendly, family friendly. Now it's only going to promote people that are, raunchy, rude, and people that are already established on YouTube. So if you're going to be coming to YouTube, you're better off just going to a different platform. So this is definitely working, and it should collect the items that we want now. Yeah. Should collect the items we were looking for. Now I could technically put that there, but I'd rather have it here. So why would it be like that? So the reason why is because YouTube got they got fined $170 million for basically sharing children's content with like basically not sharing children's content, but wait a minute, let me see. So this one needs to stay, and that one needs to go back in. So, so I watched Phil DeFranco's show, and he basically was talking about it, and then I went and said, well, that's nice because now every YouTuber is going to pay for it. So I'm going to tell you right now, the only people that will survive will be like people like PewDiePie. Everybody else is going to be toast. Oops, I did not want that to happen. I accidentally dug that up. Yeah, this sucks. Okay. That's terrible. Let me fix this. Let me see. No, not your name. Your vids. But what's your name? Is it okay you watch make me vid of why to I don't understand, man. It sounds like I'm reading comments, but it basically, you're not making sense. If it's your auto correction, then hey, that's it. But I won't be able to respond to questions that aren't legible. So you probably might want to, I'm just saying that with the way things are going right now, what's going to end up happening? Yeah, with the way things are going right now, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up having YouTube creators. It's going to take twice or even 5 times the amount, which means most people on YouTube are going to have to quit YouTube, is what I'm saying. Like people that are making enough money to live on YouTube, they're going to start getting half of what they were getting before. And that means that bottom line is that they're going to have a job and do YouTube, which is going to affect, content creators, and so on. Like me, I don't, I'm not making really any money off of my YouTube. I mean, I got 15 views on my video yesterday. I'm not exactly caring at this point, about this, but I do sit there and I go, if that's what's going to happen in the future, then what's the point? Seriously, what's the point of doing YouTube if one minute you have to be family friendly, and then the next minute, if you're not like in between being kicked off YouTube and being a child, basically, like I said, if I'm playing Minecraft, if it's considered a child's game, it's E for everyone, which means it's gonna fall under that category, which means every Minecraft YouTuber you see is gonna get demonetized, and then you're just gonna see they're gonna have to either stop playing Minecraft or something. And how do you do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's where it gets crazy. How do you do that? How do you stop? You know? Yeah. So that's where I'm going with this. I'm just saying that it's it's crazy. You know? It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty insane. And I think that the you know, YouTube played into it, and I think that that's unfortunate that they got played into it, honestly, you know. I think they're trying to make money. They're trying to make YouTube, you know, good for everybody. And I think at some point somebody got confused and decided, that it's completely okay to share, information. But they haven't said anything. YouTube hasn't said anything. But I'm going to say what's happening to them is exactly what they've done to content creators. People on YouTube. It's exactly what they've done. Okay, so I should have some building blocks with glass in it. This has some netherrack. Let's see here. Slime blocks, custom blocks. I don't think it would be there. It would be under building blocks. So we got glass here. Probably going to take a lot. So I'm going to be placing the glass on top of the water here so that, so we should be okay. And then for right now, I'm going to go ahead and prevent mobs from spawning on here. I'm making up, okay, a vid on YouTube, on you. You're making up, okay, a vid. On not up. Yeah, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, man. Okay, so we're not going to have enough glass to do this. Not what I want to do anyway. I'll have to go get some more or reuse my supply. Now I don't know if I want to use I'm not 100% sure if I want to use I'm thinking about having the observer at 2 blocks tall. So the observer would basically be right here, and then I would have a piston come and smash them from the top, which is one way I could do it. But I'm thinking of making the exact same one I made before, except for what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically have it go off anytime. I'm going to basically put the observer like every 15 blocks, so that way it'll go off more often. Yeah. Alright, we have... This is probably not enough. Probably not enough, I don't think. So I'll have to go back to the house and make some more. There was some other stuff I needed too, but I actually don't remember what it was. A little bit, yeah, I'll just say I've been having a hell of a time this year. To be honest, ever since my mom died, I've been having a hell of a time. Seriously, not financially, but for instance, Yeah, I had basically a hole in my sinus cavity into my mouth, and so for about a year I couldn't do videos because when I talked, you could hear me talking out of my nose. So they fixed that a year later, and then I started going, well, I think my voice is well enough. It's well enough to do that, but to talk again. But you can still tell the difference. If you go back to my earlier videos, you guys will hear my voice sounds completely different, and my confidence level is different. And one of the reasons my confidence level has been affected. Um, so we need glass. One of the reasons my confidence level has been affected is because my channel has been decreasing in views um, slowly. You know, it just keeps decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. um, yeah, yeah, my views keep decreasing. Um, so yeah, it's kind of yeah. Yeah, so that's basically caused my confidence level to go down because it's obvious people don't really want to watch me. People like watching my tutorial videos, they do, but they're very hard to come up with new stuff, especially now. With the observer block, it has simplified things to the point where it's almost not really necessary. So it's kind of like this. If you really enjoy my brand, you know, if you really enjoy IV=X, then you'll most likely make something I make. But I'll just say that Mumbo Jumbo has the market cornered. Why come to me when you can go to a guy that's giving away world downloads, you know, and he's established. He's getting 900,000 views per video. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's going to stop for him, though, if they start targeting Minecraft. Seriously. If they target Minecraft, people like Mumbo Jumbo are going to be like me, where it's almost not worth doing YouTube. Seriously. Yeah, like I said, I do this to share at this point. It's not even for money, you know, and I'm not really getting any money. Seriously. Not really getting any money for YouTube. So yeah. AFK. That's pretty funny. Alright. So, yeah, it does say that there's still 3 people watching, at least on mine. Let me look here just to make sure. Yeah, it says there's 1 person watching, so I don't know. Very weird. So yeah, I think that I'm talking about adult content. I think that this is not, I'll say, I think a child could watch it, but I don't think they would actually understand most of what I'm talking about. So basically, I'm building while talking to people about... yeah, I'm building while talking to people about... oof. talking about some of the changes we could see. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but we could, and I'm saying could, you know, I need to go to the next one. We could see huge changes, like I said. If they start going after every game, then there's no point for content creators. So they're gonna, I'll say YouTube's gonna have to come up with another way. You know? YouTube's gonna have to come up with another way. Yeah. They're gonna have to come up with another way to get content creators paid. Seriously. Like, I myself go, you know, getting paid for views is stupid. There are people that watch my entire video. I should get paid for the whole video, and I mean for the duration, a lot more money because I'm taking the attention of people for 3 hours. So it should go for a lot more. I think the whole payment system is obviously so that they can make money, but the next step that they're going to go to is going to kill. It's going to kill you know, they've already started demonetizing some of the unboxing videos, and those have been so like, children love watching people unbox stuff, you know, they do. Kids love it, you know, and I'll say that my son used to love watching it, and I will say that he was influenced to buy things from it, which is one of the reasons why I've influenced him not to watch television. Because a kid watches television and 20 minutes later he wants a new truck or he wants to get the new Nerf gun. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I think it's worse. Every 15 minutes. I've actually watched some stuff and been like, you know what? I'd like to get that car. And then I go, wait a minute, I have a brand new car. Why would I need a car? I don't need a car. Right? So, yeah. So that's where I'm going with this, as I'm saying that, I think that television they call it secular. Christians call it secular. I call it, it's basically tempting people to get things or make people feel bad for not having things specifically. Seriously. It's designed to make people envy, and it takes advantage of that. So if you're a healthy person, then none of that's going to affect you, right? Okay, so we need some more iron. Let's see. So let me see. I can't actually see. Okay, there we go. It says if they do not get rid of name it YouTube, YouTubey, I would at least yeet. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, Rick. Yeah, even if you're just younger, seriously, even if you're just younger, still doesn't make enough sense. So we're gonna go ahead and use sticky pistons again because I have so many of them. Yeah, I really don't feel like making a bunch of pistons, and I already have some. I'm not gonna be making any elevators on this. Yeah. All right. So, how do we do this is the question. And I also need to put back this glass to restock my supply here, because I do use a lot of glass. So yeah, I'm just saying, that Adpocalypse is going to be nothing to this, and it's because YouTube had to pay 170 million, and I think they were also forced to do stuff that, that's going to kill what YouTube's doing. They've already censored, they've censored YouTube to the point where you can't say certain stuff, can't talk about politics, and if you do get caught, they'll demonetize your video. The other thing they got is where anybody can claim another person's video, even if it's not legitimate. But they did make it so that you could at least remove the sound. I had a video, my version 2 video, where it was actually playing some old Minecraft music. It was like bing, bing, bing. It was like piano music. And a company tried to claim it and said it was a whole nother song. So instead of debating it with them and fighting them, I just decided just to remove the Minecraft music. But so if you're watching one of my tutorial videos, about halfway through I just stopped talking for 20 minutes. So I'm like, but it's an older video, nobody really watches it, but I still don't want somebody having control over my videos and see what I'm, because you can see a lot about somebody. They can look right into your stuff, basically. It's like having spyware. Okay, so we need to make a bunch more observers. So we're going to need redstone. We have some cobblestone. Do I have more cobblestone here? I do have some more. More observers, the better. So, observer. So we can make 31. We don't actually need this many, but yeah, why not? 33. I think I want to take and keep half in here. Yeah. And that should be okay. Okay. So, Reagan says I have to leave. What did you just call me, Rick? I have, wait a minute. Wait, did you just call me Rick? I have no idea, dude. I might have called you Rick. It's possible. If you don't know it, I actually have been disabled, and my disability has been getting worse and worse and worse. There's probably going to come a day, even if I became popular on YouTube, it will probably get to the point where I'm going to have to, unfortunately, stop doing YouTube because what I actually have that's disabling me is a killer. You know, I'm just gonna lose my mind eventually. Yeah. Basically, it's concussion syndrome. And so, if you guys look at my earlier videos, you guys will see that my mental health is very good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's gotten way worse. So, unfortunately, at some point, I probably won't be able to do YouTube videos even if I wanted to. So, but I figured, you know, hey, at least I'll be kind of immortalized. So if I get to the point where I can't remember who I am or what I'm doing, um, at least my earlier videos will be up. Maybe nobody will be watching them, but at least I'll always live on through those videos. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, you don't have to be a football player, you know. Just having, like, you know, like when I was a kid, you didn't have to wear a bike helmet. You know, if you wore a helmet, you were actually considered, you know, I'll say, you know, weak. So it was really not encouraged to wear helmets. So, you know, when I was a kid, I took a lot of hits to the head. Um, you know, seriously. Okay, so we're gonna have to get some more cobblestone. Unfortunately, I could use this stuff, but I think I'm okay. Yeah. All right, we're gonna make some more sticky pistons. All right. Man, my head hurts. Jesus. Yeah. So in the last year, I have my health has just declined rapidly. You know, I've started getting diabetes. I started getting I basically had surgery 2 years ago to get my gallbladder removed. And then immediately after, in the same exact area where they did the surgery, I got a hernia. So 2 operations after that, and now I'm starting to have all kinds of physical problems, and I feel sick all the time. You know, and I can't tell if it's diabetes or if it's something else. It's been quite a confusing thing for me because it's very hard to tell what's what. And also on top of that, I'm losing not touch with reality, but I've become very forgetful. If you guys watch my videos, you guys will see me where I'm basically struggling to just remember, you know, what, even a conversation I had a week ago. You know, seriously. Um, which is, I mean, honestly, I didn't remember a week ago, so say yesterday. Like, I don't remember yesterday. So, anyway, there is somebody still watching. A lot of people don't want to hear about stuff like this because it makes them sad. So it's definitely not YouTube content. You know, it's definitely not YouTube content, but for me it is. I mean, this is serious stuff that's going to be affecting a lot of YouTubers. But chicken seems to go a hell of a lot quicker than beef. Doesn't seem to last as long, so I'm going to go ahead and I have food with me. Wow, look at the load time on this. Not loading again. So 4 gigabytes of stuff, and the server's starting to act funky again. Yeah, it's not loading quite as well as it should be. All right. All right. Cobblestone. There we go. Yeah. All right. So we have the minecart. We have the pistons. We do need more pistons though. So I'm gonna need more wood. I do have a lot already. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take these with me because they need to get used up. I do need some more sticks because I used all mine for torches. There we go. So yeah, anybody watching this, like I said, don't take it too serious. It's only what I think could happen. I was just thinking, you know, like what YouTube could do to stop it would be one, you know, why on, you know, they need to tell people why they were even sharing information, you know, because I mean, if I was a YouTube guy that was making a living off of this, and if I heard, you know, if I heard what's going on, you know, yeah, if I heard what was going on, I would basically lose faith. Seriously, I would lose faith in YouTube and go, these people are gonna, you know, end up not. This is a dying job that's gonna eventually go away, is what I'm looking at. But you could also look at it like, you know, maybe they are being attacked because they are providing content that maybe not everybody agrees with. You know, yeah. This guy, is it Reagan? Uh, Using caps and then misspelling stuff. I think it's you know, pretty funny. Especially, I mean, like for me, if I was a suspicious person, I would be suspicious of it because it actually says, "Are you the guy? Are you the guy that you know, yeah, whoever it is definitely not happy." I just tell you that right now. Yeah, he's not a happy person, and basically went so far as to say, without actually saying it, um, because they probably don't think I'm very intelligent when it's actually a disability. I gotta say that people have been picking on me, honestly, for my disability for a long time, and honestly, I'm getting kind of sick of it. Seriously, when I say picking on me, I mean people, because what, they don't have a disability, they can't see that when they say things to me, it actually could spark me to have you know, issues with it. For instance, post-traumatic stress. You know, there are a lot of people that have it. You know, a lot of people. Okay, I have the iron, I just don't have the redstone. Okay, so like I said, one day the people that, you know, I'll say that are trying to screw around with me, which I've caught many of them, they are gonna get what's coming to them. You know, you can't pick on somebody and then expect them to overcome it when they have an actual problem. You know, like if I was a veteran, you know, a veteran of war, people would be like, shame on you, shame on them, you know. Seriously, that's what would happen. They'd be like, oh, you know, why would you guys pick on a veteran? But I'm a veteran of life, you know, a veteran of life, not of war. So I don't get treated quite the same. And I'll say that I've been getting discrimination lately more than I ever have in my life. And it's getting to the point where I'm just going, you know, um, I'm starting to think they're going to start bringing back hospitals and just basically forcing people to stay there because of a couple of people that have been picked on to the point where, I mean, they can't afford a therapist, they can't talk to anybody about it, and they go crazy and they end up doing some horrible stuff, and it just makes every single mental health person look bad, and nobody goes, oh, hey, well, it's just, you know, it's you know, there are psychopaths out there too, you know, but they don't fall into the category of mental illness, right? They don't fall into that category. Actually, I need to leave this. Yeah, they don't fall into that category. So it makes people that have mental illness look really, really bad. Seriously, they look horribly bad, and there's not really much that could be done about it. Like, you know, how could you sit there and tell somebody, hey, you know, not everybody wants to, you know, do horrible things with their mental illness, when they just watched something on the news where a guy tried to blow up someplace or something, and I'm like, you know, they go, well, he has mental health. How did he even get a gun? It's because you can buy it on any street corner. That's how. It's like, it's not like the guy went in legitimately and was like, oh, I'm gonna get me a gun. And if he wouldn't have gotten it, he probably would have found the stuff from somebody else. So you got to kind of, like, you know, you got to sit there and go, this is actually society's issue. There are normal people, or considered normal, but as soon as they do something like that, they get categorized as just being part of mental health. But that's actually not true because there's different kinds of mental health. There's severe mental health. There's mood disorders to all the way to bipolar. And those people aren't trying to attack anybody. They're just basically have horrendous mood swings, which actually hurts their family more than it does anybody else. And that's the thing is mental illness is looked at like, yeah, it's looked at in a very bad way. You know, when people have cancer, you know, when people have cancer, people are like, "Oh, you poor thing." When you have mental health, they're like, "Get the hell away from me." You know? It's like, yeah, but I didn't mean to say those things. I was actually triggered from post-traumatic stress and mental illness, And then what happens then? What do you do then? Do you, no, once somebody's had somebody say something to them that was said in anger and was triggered by a mental health episode, when you have that, people go and cut you out of their life, family, friends. They don't go, oh, wait a minute, this person's not willingly doing this, you know? Never at any point do they go, oh, this person's not really, they're not really like that, that their mental illness is getting out of hand. It's kind of crazy. And then there's no education on it. I can tell you right now, my doctor, he could tell you about it in good detail. He's seen people that are so bad they're in hospitals, and they think that like they think the nurse is trying to kill them, and it's because the brain is broken. You got neurons firing wrong, and that could also lead to somebody wanting to hurt other people. But like I said, there's different categories. Every person's different. So my mental illness is, from head injuries, done during jobs when I worked, and some of them were when I was younger, stuff like that. But it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I do feel like YouTube is is almost out of here. I hate to say it, but it really does feel to me like, pretty soon YouTube's going to be one of those things where it's like, wow, that was a failed experiment. It was, so it's kind of like this for me. The information highway, if you will, was supposed to connect the world. Now it's just a good way to deceive the world. It's pretty horrible if you think about it. It's pretty bad. It's not good at all. Okay, so I need more cobblestone, and unfortunately, I don't think I have any. I'm gonna have to go back to the house again. I didn't think I was gonna run out. No more comments, but there are people still watching, so hopefully what I'm saying isn't, I'll say, like I said, if I was to basically, like in the beginning of my YouTube, I basically didn't talk about, anything serious. I didn't talk about mental illness. I didn't talk about any of that, but nobody takes you serious once you say, oh, hey, yeah, I have a chemical imbalance. Who knows what started it? But because of that chemical imbalance, people are gonna misjudge you, and so you have to kind of live with that. It's kind of like, I'll say, for me, I feel like it's discrimination. It's discrimination. Yeah, a lot of people are blaming, like I said, anytime somebody shoots somebody, oh, that person's mentally ill. It's like, no, a psychopath is completely different than somebody that's mentally ill. Like I could tell you right now that mental illness can be depression, where you just feel horrible all the time. You don't want to hurt anybody but yourself. Seriously. And there's, that's how it is. There's no, that's how it can be. And then there's the other side where you think people are out to get you and you want to defend yourself, but usually it's screaming. They scream at you, they yell at you, they say horrible things to you. And then it goes worse from there, where they might actually try to punch you or hurt you because they think something. But as soon as they get on meds, they are normal as anybody in the world. And people can't see that they need treatment. It's just like cancer. It's kind of like the people that are in football. People that do football, they get those head injuries constantly from smashing into people, and then they become sick. And then instead of people going, wow, that person, God, he must have smashed his head so bad that he's actually lost his mind. They go, let's lock him away. Let's give him drugs. Let's make him, anything but acknowledge the fact that he was playing football caused him to have these problems. And so, and I still see people like that. I don't watch the NFL because it supports, like, you don't know what it's like to, if you don't know what it's like to have mental illness, like, I could tell you feeling bad all the time, and they're like, yeah, I feel bad all the time too. No, you don't know, like, depression, you can't get out of bed. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to leave the house. You can't work. If you try and work, you know, you you were you might end up yelling at somebody or quitting or doing something horrible. You can't depend upon yourself to take care of yourself. And that's a lot of self-confidence down. It's like gone. Goodbye, self-confidence. See ya. It's nice knowing you. Seriously. All your self-confidence disappears. Whew. You know? It's horrible. Seriously. Okay, so I need to actually... I just realized something. I need to actually... Okay. I actually have this wrong. I'm going to go ahead and do this. But yeah, trying to tell that to people, they just don't... Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear, hey, it's not... that's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's not like that. It's not... they're like, nah, that you're just sick. You need to be locked away. We don't want to see you or deal with you. It's like, society makes this stuff. Genetics. Schizophrenia is a genetic disease. So at some point, some kind of chemical or some sort of man-made thing cause schizophrenic people to become schizophrenic. They don't just snap like people think. People don't just snap. They hit a certain age, and that's, around 23, and that's when schizophrenia really takes off. It takes off, and there's nothing you could do about it, honestly. If you're... Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's the truth. There's really nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I actually need to... I think I did this before, and what ended up happening... I need to go look at the other design. I have a feeling that this isn't going to work. Dang, I'm going to have to go all the way back. Alright. I think I'm just going to fly because it's just right over here. Yeah, I was curious about what people think of that. Do they think, like, what do you think? Do you think that mental illness is something you can overcome? Is it something, does it mean that somebody should be locked away? I'll tell you what, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Now, you guys probably don't know this, but my stepfather abused me mentally for years, which could have caused me to have even more problems. But really what it did was I ended up I'm a victim. So being a victim means that, you end up having a lot of regrets and a lot of mental health to deal with because, like, I have basically post-traumatic stress over it. It's why I have such a hard time when somebody says something on YouTube. It's because my stepfather used to call me names, that, he'd call me stuff on a daily basis, constantly run me down. So it makes me, more prideful. But people don't realize, you can train a human. You can tell a person that they're a horrible person. If they hear it long enough, you'll actually start believing it. You could say that person's weak, or you could say whatever, but that's not how it works. Okay, so I actually have to switch these. I forgot that the blocks will actually stick, so I have to switch over. I have to take all those sticky pistons out. I just realized that. Dang it. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. I'm going to end the stream because I actually just got some stuff I got to go look at. But, yeah. Anyway, we will finish this on part 7, or is it part... Yeah, something like that. We'll finish this later. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Later.